Okay, so today we have a case review on the Bravotec DEFY B40. This is a Korean-made mini ITX case, and I actually haven't seen it anywhere online. That's why I'm doing a review / unboxing of it. You can find it online, like YouTube videos, but they're all in Korean, and so I don't speak Korean. So I thought doing a review would be helpful. This is a $50 case. You can find it on eBay for a little bit more, but from the manufacturer, which is Bravotec. I'll put the link down below in the video description. This is only $50. So let's unbox it. It comes pretty well packaged. Now, like I said, this is a mini ITX case. Comes with a tube of thermal paste of questionable quality, it seems. It doesn't have a thermal conductivity rating, but you get a fairly large tube of thermal paste. So this is the white version of this case. It comes in black, white, and a sort of mix between the two with some silver added in. And this does support a 240mm radiator in the side right here. However, you do need to buy a separate side panel and bracket. That is about $15 from the manufacturer, so really cheap. The top feels like plastic. It doesn't look that cheap, but the top definitely feels not so great compared to some other cases. And these are not captive thumb screws. So your side panels come off. There's one. Two. And they include some instructions in Korean on how to mount your hard drives and power supply. There's that. I can't read Korean, so if any of you can read Korean, I don't think we'll be needing that though. So on the inside, this is really light. I think the side panels are made of. I think only the latches here that connect, and maybe the side panels are made of metal, because it's like super light. Just feel like I can chuck this across the room, no problem. It does support a full-size power supply right here. Mini ATX and mini ITX boards. You have USB 3 front panel audio connectors, and these cables are ridiculously long for a case that only supports mini ATX and mini ITX. Things are about as long as in my Thermaltake 4V series case over there. It's a Humus case, but these are about the same length. It's like twice as long as the case, so we'll probably have to tuck those up there. So you have support for a 200mm fan or two 120s in the front, a 120 mount in the back, and like I said, you can get a bracket and a additional side panel with mesh. It's basically the exact same as this panel. They just replace the plexi with mesh, and that's bundled together from the manufacturer for about $15. Like I said, I'll put links down below. But they are quite a bit more expensive from other sellers on Amazon and eBay. So keep that in mind. So if you do buy it from the manufacturer, you're looking at quite a long lead time, because it's shipping from Korea to South Korea, not the North Korea. So that's nice. They give you a screwdriver that might actually not be trash, as well as some zip ties and some standoffs, your standard affair, fan screws, motherboard screws, some thumb screws. So there's that. Power button feels pretty good. You can actually know that you've pressed it. So you have your speaker. You have your speaker, mic, two USB 2s, and one USB 3. So we don't have full USB 3 in the front, which is actually missing in a lot of cases, surprisingly. This does support easily removable hard drive trays. So there's two 3.5-inch trays that do also support 2.5-inch drives, and there's also this really cool little disconnect up here. It's a little tray, just slides in and out. Kind of reminds me of the trays on the back of some Supermicro server cases, and you can fit some 2.5-inch drives right there. And you can just slide it back. So there's 4 PCI panels here. This one doesn't match the others. Oh, that's probably why. It looks like these are the break off kind. So you have to actually break them off of the case with a pair of like pliers or something. So that's not too nice, because it usually ends up bending the in-between bits. But the first one is completely removable, it seems like. Or maybe they just put it in there. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really match the case. The screw looks kind of rusty. And there's your made in China, even though it's Korean. And it does come with a 120mm fan in the back. That is a 3-pin. And it does come pre-installed with standoffs, so that's nice. And then, I don't know if you can see. Can you see? There's quite a lot of room between the front of the case and the actual brackets here. So if you were to put in a fan, you would get lots of airflow. Plus this is mesh on the front. It would have been nice to see some mesh on top, but there is no mounting on top for anything, so probably wouldn't have done any good. So there's that. I will be building in this, so keep that in mind, and I'll come back with some thoughts about how building in this would be. One thing offhand I can see is that these cables are really long. There's not a lot of tie-off points, if any at all. And the front panel is completely exposed PCB and wires. So there's not really any place to hide this too well. So we'll see how that goes. There are vents all over this case for no apparent reasons, because there's no fan mounts in a lot of these places. You just have your two 120s up front, or a 200 and one in the back, 120 in the back. But you have all kinds of vents on the bottom, and it's kind of beveled so it gets some airflow. So maybe they're thinking that you're going to do a negative pressure setup, and then just everything gets sucked up from the top. or from the bottom rather, and the top, because we have these holes here. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching, and this has been the unboxing of the Bravotec DEFY B40.